So you might again go ahead with keywords like consumer buying behavior plus brand preference. So number of results will be like 120. So you need to go ahead and select the articles. So you're selecting the articles. You are selecting the articles databases from Google Scholar. Okay. So selected articles will be like 8. So the results will be 120, but selected will be 8. Show the Ganga, right? If you go to show the Ganga, then again you have sports, retail, consumer behavior. So number of results you will get 35 because related to decathlon or sports, retail, consumer behavior. Forget about decathlon. At least sports, retail, consumer behavior, you will be having around 35 results. So you're selecting articles around 4 from show the Ganga. ResearchGate is one of the other sites where you can find the research papers. So purchase the decision and sports goods. So results you might get around 50. So selected articles will be around 5. Okay. So this is what you are supposed to do in terms of you trying to search and record the articles. So how do you screen the articles? Very, very important. So screening articles can again be done in 3 stages because all the articles which are again available online might not meet the requirement for you. So requirement again can come up in 3 important stages. So the 3 important stages can again include stage 1, which talks about title screening related to the topic of the study what you have chosen, whether the title is something which is again matching, is something which you need to understand. Okay. So check whether the title is related to the topic what you have chosen. This is the stage 1. The stage 2 will be abstract screening. The very important aspect what you need to consider is like abstract. So in your project also, so you will come up with the executive summary, right? So executive summary generally tries to talk about what is that you are trying to say in the entire project. It says that you have chosen a particular topic and these are the major objectives related to that. You have set hypothesis. Accordingly, you have used a particular research methodology. Certain data analysis and interpretation is done using certain statistical tools, and accordingly you have arrived at certain findings and suggestions, and then conclusion and scope for further research, right? And certain keywords can also be part of your executive summary. Likewise, so in a research paper or probably in your thesis also, you will have a abstract or executive summary. So more importantly, in research paper you can talk about an abstract. So an abstract is the very important thing which you need to consider. Majority of them still use, or it can again be used also. I don't say it is wrong. So likewise, if you consider the conventional or the traditional review of literature method, so you are about to say that, or you are able to infer that, or you are about to say it very strongly that so and so authors have conducted this particular research and ultimately they have arrived with all these particular things. So that will again be part and parcel of your abstract only. So you can directly copy the abstract related to the topic of your study and paste it in your Word file and then read it first. Okay. And understand whether it matches the keywords or the topic what you selected for your study, considering the dependent and independent variables. Just in case if it is yes, then you go ahead and move on and try and understand and read the entire research paper and then try and come up with the information which can again be part and parcel of your review of literature. Okay. So likewise you are supposed to do. So abstract screening is very, very important. If you are unable to read a research paper because you feel like it is very time consuming or it runs through 15 to 20 pages, maybe you're not interested or probably you can't devote much of the time for that. An abstract will again provide you a gist of what the research paper generally tries to talk about. You try and read the abstract, okay, and check the relevance, whether it is relevant. Okay, relevancy is again very, very important. So full paper screening, once you are reading the abstract, then you also need to go ahead and read the full paper screening, which talks about reading the complete paper and deciding whether to include it or not. So whether to include it or not again depends upon your own ideas or your ideology or your topic in hand, the keywords what you have selected related to the topic of the study. So all these things are very important. So whether you are including it or not including it, something is something which you will decide after reading a research paper only, not before that. Okay. So these are the 3 very important stages which you need to consider very strongly. Okay. So very, very strongly before you go ahead and include that particular research paper. Okay. Clear? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. So
Yes,
then you
sir.
go ahead with, yeah,
Yes,
thank you.
sir.
So then you go ahead with preparing a Prisma style. Okay. So Prisma style is also very, very important thing. So Prisma style flow talks about records identified from databases. So if you have identified around 150, so if you go to Google Scholar, so the moment you go to Google Scholar, you type a topic, it runs through 10, 15, 20 pages. Maybe topics like consumer behavior, fintech integration, okay, recruitment and management strategies, okay, competency mapping, then financial markets and services. So if you type certain topics or keywords, then ultimately it will run through 100 pages, 50, 150 pages, 200 pages, depending on the topic feasibility and depending on the popularity of the topic and the number of research which has been already done on that particular topic. You will find a lot of research papers, or it will run through different pages. So what you are supposed to do as part of the Prisma style flow, you are supposed to record the identified aspects from databases like 150. You identified 150 records. After removing the duplicates, it will be 120. Duplicate will be similar kind of study will be done, but only city is different, right? A study on consumer perception, consumer buying behavior towards Decathlon Sports Apparels Limited in Hubli. It can be again done in Erode, somewhere in Noida. It can also be done in Kolkata and somewhere in Gujarat also. So you are trying to remove the duplicate so that similar kind of study, of course, the findings as the suggestions will be different, but you want to do lot of deep review of literature. So you have already decided and you have chosen various keywords, right, related to your topic. Like you have, again, you have brand preference is one of them, purchase decision is one of them. So you want to remove that particular duplications. Articles screened by abstract. So as I told you, the moment you get or you are able to access 150 articles related to topic, you are able to see the abstract, and out of 150 or 120, precisely after duplication is 120. So after 120, you will have 80 sound and profound abstract, which you feel like it will again contribute to your study, and you will be able to do proper review of literature. Okay. So out of that 80 abstract, so full text access will be 35. Again, as I told you, some are open and some are closed research paper, closed research papers and open, okay, openly available and closed ones. You are not able to, closed ones are ones where you are able to pay some money. Again, you are paying in dollars, it will be like thousands together. You don't want that to happen. So you go ahead with research papers which are fully available and accessible for you, which are free of cost. Full text available is there. So most of the research papers again available on Google Scholar, Emerald, Wiley, Taylor and Francis, Elsevier. Okay, so IGI Global. So these are all the databases what I'm talking about. So they might not be free to you, right? So you're only able to read the abstract, that's all, but you will not get the entire research paper for that matter. So you are neglecting it because you don't have any other option. You are not able to pay more or pay in thousands or dollars together, and ultimately you are not able to access that particular file. Forget it. Fair enough. So, but those particular research articles which you are already having in hand, like 35, you are considering it. So final studies included in review will be 15. Out of 35, again you are trying to include only 15 which are again relevant to your study, which are again relevant to your study. Okay, clear? So let us now understand the review of literature in terms of the extraction table. So related to that particular study, so I myself had done some review of literature in terms of extraction table. So related to the topic what we have chosen, we can also understand that certain authors have significantly contributed in their own way. So the prominent among them related to the study, you can consider the latest one. If we can consider, I have considered Philip Kotler. Okay, Philip Kotler has done research study. Okay, so he has conducted it in 2015. Okay, so sorry, 2019. Yeah. So what he has done? So the title of the study is talking about consumer buying behavior in retail markets. So objectives is like to study factors affecting consumer buying behavior. So methodology which is used in this study is something which is quite conceptual. Sample size also, it says that 110 respondents were part of the sample size. Key variables: price, quality, and brand image. Major findings: what is seen in the title, which is related to your own topic, like consumer buying behavior in retail markets, not limited to Decathlon. So you can find the major findings like brand image strongly influence the purchase decision and all. So research gap: no focus on sports retail sector. Relevance to the present study will be helps it helps to understand the buying behavior concepts. So likewise, you can do a research review extraction table. Okay, so it will again help you out. It will definitely help you out to make sure that you are able to arrive very easily at your review of literature. Arrive very easily at your review of literature. So apart from that, there are other authors also like Sharma and Rao in 2020 has talked about brand preference among retail customers. Objectives is to analyze the customer brand preference. It's a kind of survey method where 150 respondents were part of sample size. Key variables which he considered relate to brand loyalty, product quality, customer prefer trusted brands. No study on Decathlon customers supports the brand preference analysis. So Mehta in 2021 had studied on purchase decision factors in sports goods industry. Kumar and Singh in 2021 studied related to consumer behavior in organized retail sectors. Patel in 2022 studied impact of the brand image on consumer purchase intention. Rao et al. In 2022. So this et al. Is nothing but some 3 to 4 authors working together on a one research paper. It can be 5, 7 also. Max to max 7 to 10 research authors are again contributing for one research paper. So you are not able to include all the names of the authors. So that is all why you are writing it like the main author or the head author's name. Okay, so like Rao et al. Means other authors are also there. Anybody who is contributing to a research paper and there are more than 3 to 4 authors, you are trying to write it as et al. Okay, so 2022 is again the year in which the research paper is something which was again written. So that is what you are writing. So Nair in 2023 has contributed. Gupta and Jain in 2023 has contributed. Decathlon India report, as I told you. So directly from report also you can get some sound and profound data, which again talks about the review of literature and basic insights, customer engagement, sports retail growth. So what is the customer engagement for sports retail growth and what kind of engagement is actually seen. So all these things can again be worked out, and Decathlon report again is able to highlight it. Reddy in 2024 is also trying to contribute something in his own way in terms of research where he talks about consumer preference in multi-brand sports. Okay, so this is all related to literature review extraction table. Then you have grouping the literature into themes, very vital and very important. So normally what we do, so normally we are able to actually work out with a review of literature, something we write which is unrelated or maybe related to topic also we can go ahead and write it, not wrong. But we need to also understand that we are equally giving preference. So preference should be given equally with respect to the topic what we have chosen. So in this particular present topic, what we have considered, it talks about consumer buying behavior, brand preference, and even purchase decision at Decathlon. So there are different keywords or sub themes in our topic where we consider consumer buying behavior. So there again, you are trying to understand the factors influencing the buying pattern. What is the pattern? How frequently consumers able to buy? What is the buying behavior fortnightly or weekly or monthly? 3 months once they are able to buy some sports gear from Decathlon. Okay, so psychological and social influences. Who is influencing? Social influences. Maybe a kid can influence his father or mother to go ahead and buy a football or maybe a sports gear, right? Or a skating apparel, or probably anything for that matter, a chessboard, whatever is available at Decathlon for that matter, or a cycle. So ultimately, what are the social and psychological influences which are again triggering an individual, which is again part of the consumer buying behavior? So that information needs to be related very wisely, which should be part and parcel of you organizing your review of literature into property. Brand preference, again, when you're trying to talk about it, talks about brand image, brand trust, brand loyalty, whether these are some of the major factors and preferences which are to be considered. Purchase a decision, when you're trying to talk about, you talk about price,
How
quality, product
bad?
availability, offers, discounts, whether these are some of the major entities or
Help
variables which
us.
are considered. Sports equipment retail again consists of these customer expectations, sports product preferences, retail store experience. Decathlon and organized sports retail, if you can consider affordability, then you have product variety, customer satisfaction in itself, right? So all these things are some of the major ways through which how you can arrive at your review of literature, and probably a table which I just showed you in the previous slide will again help you out to identify and understand and also come up with a proper insight which will again help you to decide and pick it up later on and categorically put it in the form of a sentence which will again be very useful to you. So once you are done with the review of literature, considering all the requirements which I just informed you or explained you in the previous slides, so you arrive at a research gap. So the main intention of doing a review of literature is to arrive at a research gap, saying that so and so studies has been conducted related to the topic what I have chosen, but ultimately there is a dearth or lacuna of research in so and so area which I have considered for my particular study. So this is what you are supposed to understand, and these are what you are supposed to say. Okay. Uh, Hello, are you able to hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Please take a screenshot
Yes.
now also as part of it. As part of your attendance record, take a screenshot now also and share it to me. So far, any doubts, any queries, and any concerns? So far, so good. I'll share this with you, no problem. And I will also do a small video and then actually share it with you as to how you need to actually search the databases. And I'll share it in group so that it will be easy for you when you're doing it. Okay. Practical orientation is also required, so which I'll do it for you. So I'll record it in my mobile and then again share it with you so that it will be easy for you to understand as to what you're supposed to do, how you are able to go to Google Scholar and what are the keywords you need to put. So likewise also I will try and do it and put it across, which will be easy for you. Okay. Clear? Hello? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when after arriving at the review of literature and we have conducted and done some review of literature, maybe as I told you, 15 or 20 or max to max 15 in your case for project. So you conduct a research gap. Research gap explains what the previous studies have not covered, which you are supposed to cover, which you are intending to cover in your research project. Okay. So most of the previous studies have examined the consumer buying behavior in general retail, online shopping, and branded products, which are again seen or quoted or which we saw in our previous slide where Kotler has done a research on retail, or Mehta is trying to talk about the online shopping behavior, maybe Nair again related to branded products. So these are there. But however, there are some limited studies which are again available on consumer buying behavior, especially or exclusively with respect to sports equipment retail sector, specifically with reference to Decathlon Sports India Private Limited in Hubli. Because so in Hubli, studies have done, but ultimately related to consumer behavior, not specifying or not relating to the topic, not relating to the topic for that matter. So that is something which we need to understand. The present study also focuses on understanding how brand preferences influences the purchase decision among the Decathlon customers in Hubli. Okay. So this will be a research gap. So you're trying to code the evidence and the research papers which have been done earlier, and then trying to say and work out that similar kind of studies have been done, but not related to your area and not also related to the study. Okay, which you have taken into consideration. Okay. Right. So then you come ahead with developing a conceptual framework, because you have something called as conceptual framework or theoretical framework or theoretical background or conceptual framework related to the study. So from the current topic, what you have selected, a conceptual framework can again be developed like below. So because when you are considering this related to the study, we have variables like brand image, price, you have product quality, then product variety, customer service, then store experience, consumer brand preference, purchase decision. Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 15 ನಿಮಿಷ ಸರ್, 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಸರ್. ನಂದು ಹಂಗಾಯ್ತು ಸರ್, 9 to 9:40 ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ರೀ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೀಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆದ್ರು ಅವ್ರು. ನಾ 10 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೆ ಸರ್, ಈಗ 10:15 ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ನಾ 9:42 ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ 40 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಮುಗಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ. So I think by 10:15 hopefully I'll finish sir. Give me another 15 minutes. I'll close it off. Thanks. So brand image, price, product quality, and product variety. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, thank you. So brand image, price, product quality, product variety, customer service, and store experience is something which can again be worked out as part of your conceptual framework. So having said that, so these are some of the major key variables which are found or seen with respect to the topic of our own study. So related to that, it again leads to consumer brand preference. These are the variables which are again helping, or factors or variables which are again helping the consumers to prefer the brand, and preferring that particular brand, the consumer will definitely go ahead with making a decision whether to buy or not, which will lead to purchase decision. So this can again be part of your conceptual framework. So again, when you're trying to talk about conceptual framework, dependent and independent variables will always come into question, or it will always come into picture, right? It will always come into picture, which you need to understand and know, which is quite true also. So what happens here? Independent variables with related to the study. You have brand image. So it talks about customer perception about Decathlon brand. So expected influence is whether brand image is building trust and preference for the consumer to go ahead and buy the particular product or avail certain services at Decathlon. Product quality is also one of the independent variables. It is independent in its own way when it comes to durability, comfort, preference, and performance of sports equipment. Specific reference to Decathlon. Whether it increases confidence to buy also, whether the comfortness which is available in terms of the products and services made available to the consumers at Decathlon, or durability, whether it actually helps the consumers to go ahead and make some decision to buy. So price and affordability, reasonable pricing and value for money is one of the very important instances. Encourages the purchase decision, obviously. So product variety, availability of different sports equipment improves the customer choice. Store experience, if you can try it now and talk about store layout, display and shopping convenience creates positive buying experience. Customer service, for that matter, staff support and guidance, it will always help customers decide better. Promotional offers like discounts, offers and deals, it motivates the immediate purchase also, for that matter. So what are the dependent variable which can again be considered? Dependent variable will be only one dependent variable, which is purchase decision. So considering all these independent variables which are again provided as part of the study, which again Decathlon is able to actually provide you in terms of its own brand image, product quality or affordability, and variety of products which is available to you for you to make decision. It can be in terms of the ambience or aesthetics or the overall store experience, and the kind of customer service which is given to you when you are physically in there around moving around at Decathlon, and the promotional offers also what they are actually trying to provide in festive seasons or maybe during peak seasons like holiday seasons. So all these are independent variables which are again triggering you to go ahead and buy the products or avail certain services at Decathlon. So what is a dependent variable here is the purchase decision, whether you are able to make a purchase. Okay. So final decision of the customer to buy sports equipment from Decathlon will be the purchase decision. Even after the customer goes to Decathlon, he can move around, he can look out for products, and he can look out for various services which are made available. Discounts are there, offers are there, promotion campaigns are going on. But still, at the end of the day, he can come out without doing any purchase, right? So that is his dependent variable. So the conceptual framework will definitely try to explain that brand image, product quality, price, product variety, which is again available, store experience. Product variety also matters. When you want to go ahead and buy a particular cycle at Decathlon, you have different types of varieties, different types of cycles are available. You have Hero cycles, you have Hercules. Okay, you have Ranger cycles. So different types of cycles. And you have BSL SLR cycle also. So different types of cycles which are again available, right, in terms of product variety. So store experience, customer service, promotional offers, they all influence the brand preference, for that matter, which again further affects the purchase decision definitely with respect to consumers who actually walk in into Decathlon Sports Limited, Hubli. So if you look into the conceptual framework of the study, so like this, you can come up with a conceptual framework which talks about the independent variables. You can group in the independent variables at one place, and again you can say that it leads to brand preference and purchase decision, which is again the dependent variable. Demographic variables is again a moderating variable, which again considers age, gender, income, occupation, education level, and frequency of visit also, how well and to what extent you are visiting Decathlon, what is the frequency, whether you are going weekly, monthly, fortnightly, 3 months once. So based on a requirement, your age group also, people with different age groups, demographic segmentation, again they have different taste, likings, their purchasing power is different, right? So that all matters a lot. So all these things are again triggered by situational factors, which are again moderating factors like purpose of visit, time available for visit also, influence of your family and friends. Sometimes you don't want to go to Decathlon maybe, but your family and friends are again asking you to go, you go with them. Situational factors, you are not intentionally going there, but your intent to go there because of them forcing or pressuring you to go there. So previous experiences also, you might have gone to Decathlon sometimes back, and ultimately you want to explore more, and you are quite happy with the ambience or maybe the environment. There you want to go visit there, spend some time, look out for gadgets or gears or Decathlon sports equipments, and then ultimately decide whether to buy it or not. Okay, so direct influences will always be there. There will be some moderating influences also, and ultimately independent variables are again very crucial when you consider any particular topic for study. Mediator variable will be there, dependent variable there, moderating variables will also be there. So considering all these particular aspects or all the review of literatures, let us understand what are the major objectives which are again related to study. By considering or by also looking into different authors who have contributed to the study, so you can come up with major objectives again which are related to the study, like major objectives which are again coming out from the review of literature also, because most of the authors who have conducted the study related to Decathlon Sports Apparel are always trying to talk about studying the consumer buying behavior. Okay, so this will be the first one, because even objectives are again spanning from the topic in itself, because you need to have some sound and profound base or proof for that matter, or a proper foundation you are going ahead with review of literature, because you can say that, you can justify that because of this review of literature only you have arrived at the objectives. But ultimately at the end of the day, you can also say that, or you can also relate your objectives related to the topic also, because the major concepts or the variables or the factors or the keywords which are available in the topic in itself are again part and parcel of the objectives again. To study the consumer buying behavior towards sports apparel and Decathlon Sports India Private Limited only would be the objective. To identify the factors influencing the brand preference among various customers purchasing sports equipment. To analyze the impact of product quality, price, brand image, and promotional offers on customer purchase decisions can again be one of the objectives. To evaluate the relationship between brand preference and purchase decision of consumers at Decathlon. So these are some of the major objectives which can be considered by doing a extent or a schematic review of literature, considering those particular articles which I have already shown you in the previous slides in the form of proper review of literature which were in tabular form. Okay. So what would be the major hypothesis which you can relate with related to the study? So the objective, considering the objectives, you can again consider the hypothesis. So objective one, like consumer buying behavior related to first objective, you can have some null hypothesis. There is H0 which talks about there is always a significant difference in consumer buying behavior towards sports apparel and Decathlon oblique. So alternate hypothesis H1 would be there is always a significant difference in consumer buying behavior towards sports equipment and Decathlon oblique. So brand preference factors can be like factors such as brand image, product quality, price, and product variety do not significantly influence the brand preference, which is something which can again be part of null hypothesis. Alternate hypothesis says that of course factors such as brand image, product quality, price, and product variety significantly it will go ahead and influence the brand preference. So purchase decision factors like product quality, price, brand image, and promotional offers do not significantly influence customer purchase decision. On the outside, product quality, price, brand image, and promotional offers significantly also influence the customer purchase decisions. So brand preference and purchase decisions, like there is no significant relationship between brand preference and purchase decision of the consumers at Decathlon oblique. Alternate hypothesis says that there is always a significant relationship between the brand preference and purchase decisions of consumers at Decathlon oblique. So this would be the major hypothesis related to study. So at the end, you will also put some references which you have considered for the purpose of the study. And finally, you will try to conclude with respect to your review of literature. So this is how review of literature can again be done. Okay, clear? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Nitin sir will now start. Okay, Nitin sir will now start his session. So hopefully, sir will again take you through the various stages of the research proposal as to how it needs to be done. So I will share this particular PPT. Any doubts and queries, you can message me directly. Not a problem. I'm always there. Hello.
Okay, sir.
Any doubts, any queries which you want to ask me at this point in time? Any critical or clinical doubts which is again bothering you at this moment, like what needs to be done, what to do? I think you might have done some review of literature by this time, because it started on March 16th, so we have already crossed 2 months, right? So we are on May 16 today. So another 2 months you are submitting your project only to the university. So I hope you might have done something. I'm unable to actually use my video. There's some issue with my laptop. I tried. So I just want to see you because it's been a long time I have not seen you all. Can you just open your uh, video and show me, show your face maybe for a moment. Hello, hello guys. Hello. Okay, anyways, attendance is taken, so it has been shared, fair enough. So I'll share this particular PPT with you also, make use of it. Any doubts, you can directly message me. Personally, you can message me or you can even mail me, whatever it is. So make sure that you're sending your research proposal to us in another 2-3 days because we need to look into it and then ask you to go ahead with presentation. So you need to come up with a proper presentation which you're supposed to present it on 16th of this month only. Saturday entire day is there for that, and you will have a external guide also will be judging you on various parameters. So be prepared. I think you have another 4 to 5 days for preparation. Is that okay? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
so no doubts, no confusions as of now. So all clear, right? Abhinandan is sending some emojis. He's also saying okay, thumbs up, thumbs down. Abhinandan, how are you? Hello?
Yeah, all fine. Yeah, all fine. All
So
fine.
all are fine. So, but I was
Yes,
expecting some more students. Actually, you
sir.
are 118, but hardly there were 50 to 52 students only, even from start to end. I don't know what happened.
Sunday, sir.
Sunday. So people are in their own world or life, or how is it? Anyways, that's okay. All said and done. I wish you all the best and do your level best in the presentation on 16th. So come prepared and especially my students, I am trying to say them every now and then. I put a lot of messages also. So uh, please send me your research proposals as soon as possible and whatever work you have done till date, kindly mail it across. Don't delay further because we have hardly any time to look into it and again ask you to actually make some changes or maybe look out for something better. Okay. Okay, chalo then. Thank you all. All the best. Have a great day ahead and keep working on your research projects. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sir will start the session in the next few minutes. He just called me a while ago, so he'll be starting it. So immediately go ahead and join the sir session. Okay, I'm going to end it right now. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. Good day.